Okay, morning all. I'm playing on the ICC autopairing this morning. Got a coffee. I wonder how fierce this will be this morning. So yeah, I've been playing around with these streams on YouTube, and it's a bit of a buzz. So I think there's interest in them. Yeah, let's see if I can get a game. Let's see what happened in the last game, or not. I don't want to mess up the game position, game board. Okay, morning all. I'm playing on the ICC auto. Okay, let's see. Come on, let's get a game. What's happening here? How many title players are on? Oh, we got a game. So I'm 2194. I didn't quite break the 2200 the other day. I wonder if I think I won that last game on time, even though I took my last bit of material. I think that move was played after the time control. Like, can I overprotect e5? Would that be annoying here? So I'm sort of overprotecting e5. And this h5, this looks quite promising. I don't know if I'm dreaming here. I think this is quite interesting. I keep that wedge there and just go for this h-file. This should be quite dangerous. Threatening hg and winning a piece already. But no, there's a loose bishop here for that rook. Yeah, I've put a note down the bottom, by the way. It'll be nice to see the comments after to be meaningful. So if you could put the opponent name when you're commenting, ideally. I don't know if it's too much hassle. But you know, after the game, it's like strange comments. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know. You know, you wouldn't know where the comments were all the time in the video. That's something which happens on a lot of sites, like chessgames.com. You have people commenting on a live thing, and you don't know where are they. What are they talking about exactly when you look at it after? So Barrio, first opponent. If I just play bishop, oh, I'm going to lose the pawn here. That's not very nice. I'm going to have to do something radical. I'm going to open the h-file here. He's actually, he's on my bishop. Alright, is there something like, no, it's not too hot right now. I have to castle queenside, I think. And, oh no, rook f2, he's got rook f2. And knight e4, bishop c4. Let's just go back for a moment. There is rook f2, that's a bit of a pain. And bishop b3 coming up. There's queen e1 to rook f2. It's not ideal, for sure. This check is a bit of a pain as well. Doesn't win d2 just yet. So I'm on e4. Still on e4 for bishop e6. Surely.
Check.
I'm getting this out of this pin. He takes this. He's weakening his dark squares a bit. So queen d4 check coming up. There's queen g6 as well. So queen d4. It's better than queen g6 here. So queen d4. I'm on that rook. Yeah, just trying to get the queens off. That's a bit naughty. What to do about that? Okay, I'll take this pawn. I think if he wants the queens off, I'm protecting g2 from b7. Now what? If I take then rook d6, there's probably rook g6 after all, bishop f3 actually. I think bishop f3 just to stop that rook coming to the 7th. Okay.
Check.
Get these pawns going. Oh, look, just there. Control that file. Ah, h3 is going to be a pain. Oh, okay. Put the bishop somewhere else. Okay, he's got things under control for a moment. He's going to generate a pass pawn here. If I get to play c4, I'm trying to make progress with my own pawns before it's too late. I need something like b4 really, or c5. I think c5 is blocking, and it's giving up a piece. That's good news. Always helps a piece. So c5 is still on the cards. Alright, that's a good start, good start. Yeah, if you want to like comment, please put the opponent name or time in the video. I don't know how well that's going to go, that policy. I mean, or if you can't be bothered, then okay. But right. So 2205. I haven't been over 2200 for a few days since I started this, so that's pretty cool. I don't know how temporary it is. 2205 on this auto pairing. It's pretty tough. This 3-minute auto pairing, very, very tough. This is the strongest kind of venue, I think, online. One of the strongest venues online. So Flying Donkey has got a very high rating, and there's not even no title indicated. Let's just try this, and this, and this, and it looks pretty mainline. And I'm going to put the queen back, and usually king b1, c4, bishop c3. I'm protecting a2 there. Okay, that's a bit strange. Okay, why does he want the queen exchange? Can I just avoid it? I suppose there's b5. I could be running into trouble. c5 is probably going to be a pain. The h-pawn, if he wants to take that. That's a bit risky, I suppose. If he takes with the knight and then rook e5. If he takes with the queen, well, I've got this h-file. But this c5, I think, is going to be... Oh, intriguing. Alright. Oh, so queen, if I just drop the queen back, don't tell me there's queen e4 again. I'll just drop the queen back and see what he does. Queen e4. I can get knight e5 in, and then g4 or something. Ah, I'll give up another pawn. I just want that g file as well. I suppose queen e4 here, if he doesn't want to be greedy. Oh, now knight g4. I don't know if I can justify this attack potential for the two pawns. c3 and e4, e5. No, I can't do that. So he's getting ready to for c5, and I can't even move that pawn. Okay, well, queen c4 just to stop, try and stop c5. Protect c2. If I can move my king, then c3 and e4. If I get e5 in, moving that bishop away from g7, it's not happening. Yes, I can't do this. I may just about take like this. Not with a queen because of rook c8. Actually, there is knight e4 though. Knight e4 might not be too completely terrible. I'll be threatening knight f6. I think if I took with the queen, it would have been an immediate disaster. He's a bit down on the clock. I don't know what he's doing totally. He's giving me a pawn back. I can take on d1. This pawn, I mean, these two passed pawns here for the in-game.
Check.
Oh, start moving my pawns, I get mated on the diagonal probably, if I'm not careful. Knight d6, maybe. I'll try knight d6. Yeah, I think I'll try knight d6. Mind you, there's a loose rook here. There's always, I think there's rook f1. If queen f3, there's rook f1. Okay, he's threatening mate. Yep. Okay, I'll stop this pawn or try and go for this pawn. I think my king needs to be coming out of here, so I'm going to try and put my king somewhere on a2 away from checks and stuff for rook h1 without these checks. Like rook d6, almost queen e4, and the queen's on e4. If I want to play king a2, alright, what's happening? So knight, if I move the queen somewhere, or the rook, I mean, here, or here, I don't know. Now I'm confused. It's probably going to undermine with b6. No, knight b7 and c6, is that any good? Try it. And down to 22 seconds, but my pawn's in trouble. What am I doing about this pawn? On h5. Try and hold that pawn. Oh, my knight's getting trapped. Knight d6. Whoa.
Time warning.
I was coming in for the for the rook. That's not good. Getting munched.
Check. Check.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
Check.
Oh, he's not using any time anyway. His time's not going down. That's pretty lethal if his time's not going down. Oh well. Sort of valving counter camera a little bit. Except I'm going to get slaughtered on this diagonal if I'm not careful. There's bishop f4, knight b5. I don't think my king safety is that hot here. No, I've got to stop bishop f4. Otherwise that's end the game immediately. And can I get this guy out? That's bishop f5. Bit of a pain. I don't know if this... I think I've got to get the pieces out somehow. What about this one? No. Maybe. Possibly. Bishop g7. It looks pretty grim somehow. I don't know how to get my pieces. out. Bishop g6. Bishop e4 idea. Just let me have that. Okay, fair enough. I think getting the king off this diagonal will be good. So I'm getting into worse trouble. Alright, f5 and then bishop d4 for this. Is f5, f4 any good? I mean, he's also got a loose bishop on d2 here. So why can't I just take on d4 and queen? We'll just f4 positionally and lose h7. There's bishop d4, it takes the queen off. Is this really what he had? I don't know. There's bishop s6, I'm protecting h7 actually, as well as g5. But this knight's out on the rim. I don't know about queen c6 for trying to get knight f5 would be good. So queen c5 for knight f5. I don't know. This I don't know, knight f7, he takes on h7. Okay, he's using a lot of time for some reason. I think I need some good moves here. It looks healthy at the moment, exchange up for a pawn. What's happening to him? I hope I'm not being disconnected. Okay, why didn't he move the bishop? What would be the problem with moving the bishop? Saying to b3. Am I still connected? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, I'll just check if I'm still connected. I still seem to be still connected. I don't know if he's disconnected or something. Yeah, that looks a bit strange. Why hasn't he moved? Oh well. Maybe he was playing on a mobile phone or something. But quite high rating to risk his rating playing on a, I don't know. So Ultralisk is, who is Ultralisk? Doesn't say. Anyway, I don't know, he got disconnected, but I think I was doing okay there. I mean, it looks decent now. Right, so 2218 temporarily after that. Let's go with knight c3. Can I put it there for a surprise weapon to go to f4? I think Tal's played this once, to go to h3. So that
check.
Knight f4 check is sorry, knight h4 h5 friends to win the bishop now with h5. Both knights are supporting h5 here. Right, I'll have that light square bishop. There's f3 king. G4, G5. Getting a bit of space over here. There's knight h5. That'll be fun, I think. Knight h5. I'm on g7, then queen f3. Or queen g4, queen f3, knight c3. What about this knight c3 business? Needs to be stopped. C4 threatens. B4 to stop C5. Is it A5? A3? No. A5 panic. Queen G2 and Rook G1. Rook G1 and Knight F6. Knight F6 here.
Check.
Looks very tempting. If I take with the pawn, that looks pretty dangerous. G7, H5 coming up. H5 immediately. What sort of tactical tricks? Ever I take, he's got FG. I follow up with Queen H3, Knight F6, HG, FG. So I could play instead Bishop to G7, I think, to hold the F6 pawn, and then H5. Chase the rook away from F6. I think I'm going to have to castle queenside to E5. Then ED H5. It's stopping me castle queenside. I can play King H1, I guess. So E5, King H1. There's no E4 just yet. I want to play Queen H3 and HG. Don't want to lose too much time with that. I want to just open up the file straight away off the bat. That's Rook H7. Queen H5. There's Bishop C4, King H7, Bishop F6, Queen H7, Bishop G6, Knight H7, Bishop F6, Queen H7. There's Bishop C4 actually. What's the matter with that? Then there's Queen F4. There's Queen H5 here. Queen H5.
Check.
There's Bishop C4 at the end of this. King G8, Queen G6.
Check.
Bishop C4. Bishop C4 is still good here for Queen G8. So Queen G8 threat.
Checkmate.
It was provisional now. Only went up. I didn't even go up 1 point. Adjustment 2218 to 2218. Didn't go even up 1 point from that. Oh well. It was only his second game, second 3-minute game. He might have played others, I don't know. What's this? What's this naughtiness? I'll play like this, aggressive. Get an ideal setup. Play Bishop E6 and I'll just take that, or F4. I want to kill this bishop. F4 and H5 after. Sort of King's Indian attack. And King F7, double up rooks. If that's too risky for D4, I'm going to find out. Yeah. As Knight G4 is not doing much at the moment. I just hold this in reserve, or CD. Takes. No, I don't know. Maybe Rook H4 first. Then Knight G4. King can go to g6. c5 is an issue. Right. Queen c4, knight g4. Actually, queen h7 for rook h1. Knight h1, queen h2, king f1. Doesn't work. Does that? I'm going to kick this queen for a moment somewhere a bit more awkward to b6 because I'm holding c5 at the moment. Bishop e6 on queen c4. Queen h7, rook h1, knight h1. Takes rook h1, knight h1, queen h2. Knight takes g4. Is that any good at all? Coming up. What about over here? Just to be a bit sneaky with this third rank. If there's a knight g4, king g7, a knight move to attack the queen, I still wouldn't be on anything in particular. Exchange sack. I take king g7, takes rook c6. Where's his queen going? I'll do this. I'll go back to the h file after. Mind you, he's got this e4 square now. Queen a5. Can I not trap the queen? How odd. I'll go back here. I suppose he's got knight e4. I need my king over here now. What is going on with this guy? These are weird looking moves, I've got to say. And they're probably quite strong. That's the unfortunate thing there. Just any move, I don't know. I think I'm losing now. I'm down on the clock. Yeah. So g4 and bishop c5, g4.
Check.
Just test how quick he is.
Check.
Gets a
time warning.
King over here.
Check. 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 Check.
No, it's hopeless. It's hopeless. I think I'm a bit annoyed by his play earlier. I didn't expect many of those moves. It's unbelievable. I think I have to stop this, otherwise knight f5. Now if f6 maybe, well, queen d5 might be possible. I thought he'd play for knight f5. If I just reinforce, it's queen b6, rook d2. I don't know. g5 is also tempting just to stop f6. Actually, I might just go for g5. Just welcome knight f5 for rook d1. But I can just play simply h4, h5. That's a snag with the whole deal though. Bishop b5. I don't think there's anything wrong with knight d4. Rook d4. I wonder why he did it like that. Oh, there's d4. I thought he just played knight d4. Knight e4 or knight e4 for a moment. Knight f6 check or something else. It's all a bit hanging. Bishop d3. No, this has gone wrong.
Check.
There's knight f6 check though.
Check.
Pawn on f6. Not too many pawns down now. I'll take on the f5. Just bring the king up. Possibly h4.
Check. Check.
Oh, he's just going to take my f6 or not?
Check.
Right, there's rook f8. Maybe h5 here, just to stop king g6. Oh, something. All of a sudden,
check.
So the check here. It's a bit slow.
Check.
Oh no, I can't stop this pawn either. So got my king to e6 as the last. He's just going to check on over there. That's too slow.
Time warning.
Yeah, that's gone. That's tough. That's a good opening though. Takes g6, d5. Probably I should just take. I'm just giving up this f5 square for nothing. d4 is really weak. I think black's doing great here, so I think probably I suspect most people just take on d5 here. That looks reasonable. Don't give up the f5 square. I think is one thing about this game. Oh, not this guy again. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh boy. I'm tempted for e5 here. There's less pressure on d4 than the other game, so I'm hoping it makes a little bit of a difference. He has got nice blockades. There's f4, f5. Let's blockade over there. Well, there's, I don't know if there's like c4 to aim for here. Well, his development's a bit lagging. So knight f5, bishop f2, play for c4. He just takes. Okay. So I thought his development was lagging. So rook d1. I suppose he just supports it. That's a big deal with c5. I got a surprise move here. If I, let's see, rook d2, that's 7th rank, rook d3 over here. I'm just taking f5. I'm just taking for f5. King's still in the centre, so knight g5, queen f4, takes. I mean, that looks bad if he castles kingside. We'll play rook d8 after that. Or maybe he's a bit concerned. Anyway, I'm hoping I've got him worried here. But taking rook d8, I don't know what I play there. How weird. Okay, just go with this. I just transpose his king.
Check.
And bishop c5 looks good. Bishop g3 is a double attack on queen. He's got check. I've got queen f7, end of game.
Check. Checkmate.
He didn't play as well as the other game, did he? I think Blanco Gambit or something for fun. Quick e6. Not bother about AB. Take another pawn. I'm going to regret this. I've got pressure. Queen a5, maybe. Queen c5. AB. I think queen here for a moment. Bishop d4. What have I got? Knight f4, rook d8. Knight f4. I've always got bishop h3 when he castles. Knight f4. If I take the... This knight d5 is a bit of a pain. Let's play AB for a moment. I think Queen B7. Queen B7 might be an idea. Actually, there's Rook C7. That's a bit of a pain as well. Knight C6 is a lot of pressure on D4. Ah, all the fun's going, I suspect. Naughty. As bishop B3 is on A4. Okay, I'll take A4. Get knight back to D4. Oh, knight C5 would be interesting. I'll get another pawn back. So knight C5. And knight A4 to C3. Or knight here for knight E2. Let's check here for knight C3. No, hang on, he doubles. Hang on, he doubles. Does it matter? I want the bishop. I can protect F8. He moves the bishop. And then what? He's always got E6 as well. So if I take on E4, then Rook F7 looks too good. It does look too good. I think, I don't know. Knight F2, knight D4, knight C3, G5, knight D4, knight C3. I'm going to lose on time anyway. Don't know.
Check.
Oh, there's knight F2 idea for Rook H1. If I get the chance.
Check. Time warning.
It's knight F2 for Rook H1. There isn't Rook H1, is there? Oh, is he just mating me? Check, check. That does appear to be mating. Whoops. Unless I'm missing something. No. Okay. I think here for F5 later. Appears to be a reasonable position. I've got control of f4 now. And queen f7, bishop e6. It's better. If I do this, bishop e6, try and connect up the rooks. There's bishop b6. Take on e3 just to fraction the pawns a little bit. Mind you, he's got taking here, then bishop c4, if I suppose. There's an idea. Is that flawed at all? It's avoiding any structural damage, I suppose. There's queen e5. That doesn't do anything. Queen a2. No, there isn't queen a2. That's not a legal move. Knight d4. Okay, I'm like this for f4. Rook e8, knight e5. Let's get knight e5 for f3. Doesn't look too bad. This check's not doing anything, I guess. I'll fling it in.
Check.
Just in case. So queen f6 here. Let's try and get this knight e5 in. Actually, I've got a loose rook now to worry about. From there, from here. Otherwise, knight e5. Knight e5 here. Okay. King invulnerable. Think. This is a loose rook. If I move the queen, this one as well for a double attack on b4. Exchange of queens. It's probably going to go for it. Try and squash his rook. If I get to play h5 and g4, squash the rook. Game. Right, let's get the king to. I like the rooks on the h file. King over here. Oh, should have got that file.
Check.
Oh, come on. Ah.
Time warning.
He's winning a rook there.
Check.
That's gone. Oh, I think I fluffed it up a little bit. Quick e5. silly. No, not good.
Check.
F6 here. Does that do anything? I don't think this is working somehow. Ah, yeah.
Check.
Right, it's giving up something there, maybe. It's a nice knight. If I can just take here on e5. It's a fantastic knight. I can work with that. I think it's going to go for a king attack. Do sorts of a5 maybe. Try and keep things blocked over here. So a4 and queen. Oh, okay, let's hold this for a sec. So a4. Okay, maybe it's good to get the rooks off. Right, and hold this pawn. Make d8. I'll get b6, b4. So queen d2 looks, I think it's perpetual check time or something. Queen d2, check on g1. No, queen d2 is not possible. Queen, if I play this for a moment. So he's got queen d8. I go queen d2. There's knight f3 winning the queen.
Check.
Don't want to go on to an unfortunate square. I think queen e2.
Check.
King here.
Check.
So queen e2. Was anything better? Well, knight e2 just for holding d6 for a moment.
Check. 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 Check.
Draw.
That's a draw. Alright. Stop the bleeding for a bit. I got a few points. 2163, 2158 to 2163 on that. I thought that knight was good, to at least secure a draw anyway. So Linkmas, he's quite a dangerous IM actually. I don't remember him in the past. This sort of surprise system. I'm hoping to catch him by surprise. If I just take on d8, take on f6, is that terrible? I mean, probably. Let's have a go.
Check. Check.
So I'm just trying to undermine his dark square control. So e5 looks okay. I just take that on f6. No, dark square bishop's a bit of a pain. So e5 and knight d5, or just knight e4. That gives me surely c4 to look forward to. c4 for knight d6. If I just took here knight d6, it looks like a nice knight for a moment. Right, take on b7, bishop e5, rook e1. I can't see what else. It's a bit in trouble. Get rid of his bishop e3 check. So bishop d3.
Check.
Right, so knight b3. If I go to e4, get these rooks out somehow. Rook g2, or okay, can I get this guy out? A bit down on the clock here, 30 seconds down on the clock. So knight b3 is ruling out this invasion. What if I just took here?
Check. Check.
I get the e4 square, potentially. So I'm going to get mated. Oh dear. Hang on a sec. The knight's looking after d2. There's bishop d4. Bishop d4 is pretty dangerous. c5. This doesn't look too good.
Check.
No, to say the least. That's tough. If I get to play this e6, this e6 here almost look good. It's knight d4 though. Castle queenside here. can take on e7. Does that do anything? I think I'll be in trouble if I take on e7. I'll just, okay, h-file attack.
Check.
Pain. Let's take her for a second. Actually, rook h4 to f4. It makes it over here. Let's hold that for a sec. And queen d4. And I'm in trouble on the king side myself. Yes. Let's hold this for a sec.
Check. 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 Check.
Looks a bit hopeless, really. Exchange now. No, that's gone as well. Tough. At least. Oh my word. What a pairing nightmare. Literally. Exorcist. Probably b7. Give up this exchange. It looks like a nice diagonal. He's going for it. That's bishop, maybe bishop h6 or something quick would be e4 actually. E4 before c3 happens. So knight e2 check and bishop d4. No? Knight e4 check, king f2, bishop d4. It's got king e1. Then what? Probably worth playing. I mean, and hoping for the best. I would suspect.
Check.
Bishop d4, king e1. Bishop d4, king e1.
Check.
There's queen. No, there isn't queen. Queen c6 for check. Take on b2. Nope. That knight's kind of stranded. I give it the c3 square. I'm down a minute. If I can get b2 and then c3 for the knight. Is that going to happen? Am I going to get b2 and c3? See, rook f2. He wants to give back the exchange. Take. Takes. I've got an ending which is 5 pawns each. The knight's probably going to be quite good. I just take here and knight d4, rook e1. Oh, of course. Let's get the king out of here. Good plan here. Keep the bishop there for a sec. a5, a4. Pawn majority. That's bishop c1. Could be handy. Oh no, not rook f1. Huh. That's rook f1. Oh man. That's bishop d4, bishop c3 or a4. He's going to be mating me soon. If I'm not careful.
Check.
I'm going to move
Check.
my king rather than... Right, so b3.
Time warning.
Oh no, I think I have to...
Check. Check.
Ow! King's off my... What did I do just then?
Check.
Oh no! G7! Oh! It gets a bit easier after. Okay, I think knight e5 is fun. Oh, he's got d4. Space d4. Look at that. Knight e4 coming up. E5 drops. And take here. Knight e4. Nope. It's not happening yet. Get knight to e5 or something. Knight c5. Knight e6. Probably knight e6 to d4. Ah. No, this is not looking hot. Okay, what is he doing now to progress the position? There's knight c5 on d5 on e4. Queen b6. There's a nice blockade on e5, but I keep saying about these blockades here. His pawns keep going forward, but I don't know. Knight e5 looks like a good blockade. I'll just support that. So f6 and double. H5 and G4 coming up. And to take on B3 here. I've got two pass pawns potentially. And now B3 coming up. Oh no, bishop A6. There's rook E5. What about knight D3 check? Oh, bishop C4, bishop C4. There's rook E5. Rook E5. Have I been disconnected as well? There's clock stopped. There's rook e5. There's rook d6 and I've still got my pawns. Okay, it's not end of game. There's rook d6. Rook would move and then b3 after that. It's rook c. I don't know if he's been disconnected. What's this guy? Just in time. Oh. 2. Oops. Oh well, I was in trouble there, I think, overall. Oh well. It's yeah, troublesome. The rook takes e5, I'm in trouble. Ah, didn't mean to start with e3. Oh well, whoops. Let's go with this. Anyway, it's a bit like a French defense in reverse, maybe. I'm treating it like reverse burn variation right now, like Morozevich line with a6. I don't know if this is gonna be very nice. What about f4 there for bishop g4? He does something about that easily. Try and castle queenside here. As knight d2 check. It's a pain. Okay, so what about bishop d4? Just kick this guy out. There's rook a1. I'm trying to get rid of this bishop staring at my king.
Check.
There's no b6 because that rook seems to be out of place, misplaced. Queen b5, interesting. Or knight d4. Bishop d1. c-file could be useful. So rook c5. Let's play b6. That's diagonal. Play that. a4 and b5 kind of minority attack. That's f4. d5 for the queen. e4. h3 first, and then okay. This bishop's not brilliant. What have I done to the bishop? How can you attack it? If I just avoid it being attacked again with queen h2. And queen e1. Let go of my my bishop. E5. Was it H4? Gives me bishop H3. Get the bishop over here. Bishop C4. Now what? Now what? Nope, move. I'm a bit stuck for moves though.
Check. Check.
Yeah.
Check.
Yes.
Time
That's
warning.
pretty terminal. Queen's got no place on the board as well. This is a bit dire, isn't it? Oh dear. This bishop out one day. Queen. Get this bishop somehow out. Oh, his rook takes f4 here. Hold on a sec. Queen e4. Bishop d3 does check. Queen d2, no, there's check. Queen d2. Queen d2. I'm going to take on b4 as well. I'm going to get in big trouble. I'll play king g8, I think, to stop being invaded, trying to avoid being mated. Mind you, this rook e7, probably quite simple and strong. Rook e7. There's bishop e8, I guess, to stop without having to lose too much material. It's bishop f7 or d4 or rook d4. I think I'll kick this guy. bishop d7 here. Oh no, there's rook d6. Oh, muppets. Oh, muppets. Oh dear. It's good that the rooks are on dark squares here, because otherwise check is like, oh, that looks pretty terminal. Wow. Oh. No, not going well now. It's masochism on the 3-minute auto-pairing. I think a more solid opening would help. That was just so full of holes. Maybe d4. So fox brush. That looks like promising, I think. I dare to play that. It's knight e4, is any good? Knight e4. Bishop. Okay. Bishop e4 takes. Okay, bishop moves. Maybe d6 there. He's going to have this dark square blockade. Knight d6 for bishop f4, and then this still looks good. Bishop e7 is d6. Rook e8, there's bishop g5. So it looks as though I've got the dynamism here. Surely, for the moment. And bishop g5 just looks quite tasty. I don't know what he's doing to bishop g5. There's d6 here. There's rook f5. I think d6 doesn't really. Just taking on e5, then rook f5 is queen d4 takes. Oh, it must be good, surely. To have the queens off here. I've got central pawn mobility. I've got clock advantage. You can't play it now because the knight would drop. He hasn't got queen d4 here. So how about queen c3 e5? What's the matter with e5? Or it just takes And queen g4 check. Or e5. Or rook b3. What about rook b3? There's queen c2. Probably bishop f6 is too tempting to pass up. Rook f6, I can't see anything immediately that clear.
Check.
I can get to play rook f1. There's knight d3 and queen d4 coming up. I control that f2 square. So
check.
Queen d4 is not that effective. I'm going to get to play rook f6. Alright, this c pawn's dangerous. There's rook h6. Hang on, rook h6. And it says e5 for bishop e4. He's got knight g6. Still got a bit of pressure. This puts the queen on g5. I'll try and take this pawn. There's a check on c8 here on rook f5.
Check.
And I've just blundered the rook. No, there's rook h7. Hold on. My king safety is a bit in dire straits. I was knight h4 check.
Check.
We've only got 5 seconds.
Check. Time warning.
No.
Check. Check.
Okay, that's win one. Okay, 2-1-5-1. Okay, Berger. Berber. I'm going to crush Berber now. Right, this is it. Bird's opening. Yes, bird's opening. c4 and queen b3. You won't be expecting that. He is. I just take on d7, e3. I got loads of holes here, but is it better to take and try and castle d4, bishop c5? I'll put my bishop on e2 and then castle, or not. On h5 anyway. Bishop b4, bishop d2, or king f2. Probably king f2. Does it matter about that pawn? Maybe it does. I can get that pawn back, surely. Bishop e3 coming up. Knight g4 is probably a pain. King g2.
Check. Check. Check.
Oh, you got to be kidding. Oh. Oh, oh man. Oh, it's a pain in the arse that. So, that game. Oh. What a pain that game was. And queen just lurking around on b6 to a6. Oh man. Say knight e5 or d5. D5, bishop f4. e5. d5. e5 there on bishop f4. You can take here. I'm going to play. I'll try and break his pawn chain or not bother. Maybe just d4. Is he going to sack? It's probably going to sack there. I don't know what the safest thing to do here is. So he's going to play queen h5 and sack on h6, and I can't seem to stop that, unfortunately. I can play e4. He takes something. I don't think that's any good. Knight d6. It's going to take. I can take on c2 here. Bishop h6. Can't see any defense to the bishop h6 actually. So. What is the defense to bishop h6? Can't see it. Maybe there isn't one. It's bishop g7. I can't see the defense here. Yep, I will. Unbelievable. Let's play queen h5. G5 and F4 looks okay. So F4 here. Give it a go. I'll give up the E4 square. There's bishop B5. Bishop B5. Does he do queen E2 F3 or something? Rook F7. Trying to tie his queen down anyway. He's got queen G4 otherwise. F3. No, rook E1. So F3 almost looks tempting. Well, F takes here. F3, there's queen H3 after that. Or G4. G4, then there's potentially rook F2, bishop E4 and rook F2. I think G4 is interesting. So bishop G2, bishop E4, bishop E4, rook F2, rook F2. I can take queen H3, rook F8 after. I'll make that a bit more subtle with. I think I have to take to protect G4 anyway.
Check. Get the knight to E5. You stop that. There's rook F3 here. Rook G7. There's knight E5. Check.
G3 potentially. Bishop D2. Knight E5. Knight E5 here. Blocking, creating king G7. Takes. There's bishop E3 for rook F1.
Check.
Oh, don't tell me the queen's not going to be good enough, is it? I don't know if the queen's not good enough. I'll find out.
Check.
Probably good enough for perpetual check. So the pawn ending might be okay.
Time warning.
I just
Check.
Draw it.
Draw.
He's not gonna, yeah. Down to 16 seconds. Too much. That's probably too risky. This is okay. So I thought that was a fun game anyway, that one. Well, it lasted. I think wasn't sure about this session here. I think, oh. Does it say here? I think bishop e5 if he castles and queen a4. Where's bishop c2? Okay, c4, a3 and b4. So knight h2, is this a bit too passive? Knight h2, probably. Okay, play c5 now. I'm still on f5, so okay, bishop e2. He's using a lot of time here. Rook e1 coming up. As b5, his queen's kind of loaded up, protecting e6. C6 after as well. Ah, maybe not. I think c6 anyway. And then what? Knight I think this attack could be quite brutal, but I just don't know. Knight f1 to g3 later. Queen h3. That's pinned at the moment. Maybe king h1 is an idea. I'll protect this guy. I think king h1, knight f3. Okay, get the queens off. There's bishop d5. I'm gonna get exterminated with bishop d5 if I'm not careful. So what about queen? Queen d3 for knight f3. There's f3. Maybe f3. Looks a bit passive. Take on d4 though. Maybe his rook comes in
take on d5 after that rook g2 is crushing, so got to be holding e2, I think, here. There is a check, which could be annoying. I could try and throw that in, but this rook e2 is always annoying. I can take on g8, I suppose. How to defend? How to defend?
Check.
What about queen h3? Instead of taking on d5. Oh man. There's g4. Trying to close things. Close the shop.
Time warning.
Not like that.
Check.
Oh man. I forfeited on time. I was getting murdered. I get absolutely murdered by. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh. On h4. G-file could be useful. I had this in over the board game once. The G-file was quite useful for the opponent. Well, knight f2 would have been good.
Check.
Muppets. Missed it first time. King's gambit. Let's just take care.
Check.
So, what about e5? Looks like a nice pin. Oh, he's got knight h5. Oh man. He's going to play knight h5. Oh no. I'm going to try and castle queenside. Knight c3 and castle queenside and hope for the best. It's castling kingside here for queen f7. That's bishop e6. Just bishop d3 for a moment. Oh, it's bishop f5 for queen g4. What does he do here? So rook f8 to play queen g4. Takes. I've got potentially okay, so I've got h5, bishop g5 check, king moves. There's knight d5 here. Bishop G5. Let's get this out of the way for Queen G4.
Check.
And check. Queen H5. My back row is a bit weak. I'll sort out the back row, I think. Or should I? No, let's do it.
Check.
He's always got Rook H8. I think this is nonsense. He's got Rook H8.
Check.
Didn't go for that for some reason. King G7, Rook H8.
Check. Check. Check.
Yeah, why not? This has gone wrong.
Check.
Oh dear, it's gone wrong badly. I'm only about 3 pieces down. Yeah, I was a bit optimistic. What's this kind of... It's actually been up to 22.19 on this. Well, that looks a good position. What's happened to the chat here? Say hi. So knight h5 to f4. I've got a 1 minute clock advice. Something's freaked him out about this position for some reason, which is good, of course. But a 1 minute clock advantage in a 3 minute game is not bad.
Let's go for stop knight f5, knight e5. Knight e5. The other one. Protecting c5. What's g5 here? d3. Takes. G5 looks fun. I'll take knight e5, f4 or something. HG. Queen d4 threatening mating. I just weaken my own king. Trying to hold these pawns. Take one of these files. Maybe not. Knight e4 check.
Check.
Not try and get mated so easily. And go around for a few checks. It's only got like 2 seconds.
Check. Check.
Maybe it's easy if you just say opponent. I think you just used far too much time here in the opening. It was like a minute down, just thinking about something. Right. Yeah, if you just say the opponents as well. I mean, if you can't find the time, maybe just the opponent or something. I don't know how easy it is to know the time of the video. We're at 2:05 at the moment. Should be quite easy to mention the time. Okay, an 1862 GM. Is this my chance to take down a low-rated GM? Maybe it's on a bad connection or something. I'll play the this one. Bishop A. Oh no, I got a castle. This Queen A5 is a bit annoying. I think castling might be an idea soon.
getting a knight d3 would be nice. So pull that's ruled out. Oh. Okay. Why just rook c2? Is that a problem? Mind you, queen b5 would have been stopping queen a5. I should have gone for queen b5. I'm regretting that. Maybe there's f5. Oh, okay, there's e5 here on the rook. Ah, things are hotting up. There's queen d2 on his queen. Ah, actually his knight's protecting his queen. Well, what's going on now? His rook's hanging. Maybe just g takes to blunt the bishop. This pawn's weak enough for something to go wrong. I like bishops hanging here. I just take this and take here and then rook c2. So I'll take here. Rook c2. Now knight e4, bishop e4. Oh, there is that. Try and keep some tension going in the position, but I can't. Pieces are hanging. Yeah. Oh, bad ending. Or is it? Get that a7 maybe. Nope, it's bad ending. Don't want to get fault. I get this bishop over. I'm going for f7. Bishop somewhere. I don't know about over here or. Oh, it's bishop b6. Let's see. Let's just do that for a moment. 25 seconds. I just played knight d4. Oh man, knight d4. No, fluffed it.
Time warning.
I suppose a GM is a GM. F5, interesting, if not weakening. It's interesting. I could take and take here if you wanted. Will you take? Yeah, that is weak. Rook F6. I'm going to lose a whole piece now. Maybe try and control D4 before it's too late. So knight D4 or queen somewhere. And queen G5. And queen G5. Rook F7, bishop F8, and rook G7. Time pressure surely. Okay, so bishop F8. And then hope for the best. Knight D4, I think A6 and then knight D4. Rook G7, actually rook G7, getting into horrible pins. Might be worth it. Knight E7 to F5. Oh, that's the problem. That's Queen G6, I don't know. Knight F5, is Knight F6, King F7 or something? Knight E3, Knight E3. Okay. B6 or let's try and chase this queen away. This one. It's pinning again. That's E2. He has to play rook E2. Does that mean anything? Probably not. There's knight C7. No, that doesn't do anything. Knight F4 doesn't do much. I'm flicking E2. So knight F4. So I'll take on E2. There's knight H3 check. Knight E2.
Time check.
Oh man. That's bishop C5
Check.
check. Okay, too many complications for the time. Close to being done over. This guy, Guillermo Sop, from Argentina. I think this is a fun line.
Check.
Can I just play this? Just take on c6 here, and then I don't know, it looks as though rook b1 or rook d1. I get a king over. Rook b3 then. Oh, check. It's gone for
Check.
old cheapo check. Which should be 7. Okay, so what's happening here?
Check.
26. I kind of like this line. I kind of enjoy this line. I think you're supposed to play like f4, but this is fun. This quick e5 just seems dangerous here. What is this? Is e5 any good? Oh, he's got. Okay, f4. Oh, what? 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 King d2? Really? Alright, I think just here for ed. Let's take on e3 how? Oh, c3. C3 has got some perks to it probably. I'll take
Check.
c3. Oh, it looks quite crushing.
Check.
Is he coming out of this? If I play rook b1, bishop c3 doesn't do much, rook c2 doesn't do much. I play rook b1, I think, for a moment, and then on the knight, I play rook a1. Just the idea of doubling. Have I got enough time to double? No. Okay. I take. I'm starting to be in trouble. Guess I should take. There's queen over here, taking and queen over here. Queen f3, queen e1, king d3.
Check.
There's queen b4 here. Oh, hang on, my rook. Oh, I messed this up. My rook. Oh man. Oh, he's come out of trouble and everything.
Check.
No, let's not panic. There's rook e1 for a moment. I'm only down to 32 seconds. There's almost d4 check. I'm going to stop this check. That's d4 check. Doesn't do much.
Check. Check. Time warning. Check.
Down on time here.
Check. Check.
$13 I'm not going to make it. There's d3 and queen e2. $11. King here.
Check. Check.
Oh, what a mess I made of that. I thought I had him totally. Oh dear, oh dear. Rook h4 to b4. I thought I had time just to double. Let's try Albin counter gamut again. It's a good surprise weapon, I think. Let's take it here. Take it here. Take this. Oh, it's queen d5. Oh, queen d5.
Check.
Bit of a pain.
d4 looks... Oh, bishop d4, bishop a3, knight d4, knight d5. I think c6 and hope for the best. There's a bit of pressure for the pawn. I think I'll stop this knight f5 business. Rook f7. So get knights at e4. Oh, there's rook e6, rook e8, knight e4 coming up. Right, some sort of concession there. Right, so knight d7 to e5. This is looking interesting. Oh, hang on, knight c6. Oh, I was going to win more material. It's a bit passive. That bishop's quite good. Okay. There's bishop f4 maybe. Bishop f4. It's probably worth it.
Check.
b5.
Check.
Yes, this is a bit of a pain.
Check. Check.
Yeah.
Check.
It's got enough time. So yeah.
Check.
H7 there. He just takes and queen d4.
Queen d4, knight d4, e2. Oh, let's check and rook f7. Oh no, that doesn't do anything. Let's check and knight takes f7.
Check.
And knight takes f7.
Check.
e2 and queen d1 probably. King h1. And there's knight b5 here. Right. I'll just play f1 for a moment. Take some rook f. Oh, that's e2. b4 taking king h1. Nope. h3 e2. That's queen g6. e2.
Check. Check.
Oh man, I think I'm going to stop. Oh, sorry. It's getting too much now. Yeah, a bit hard today. I don't know. I think I need to play in the afternoon or something. Another day. Thanks very much. Okay, another time.